Get it, baby.
Stop sign. Please don't go over the railing. Slow down. I've been telling you to speed up all week. Slow down now. 8, 11, 49.
The highest bump there.
06.
He's in.
Ew.
You are a ball stick.
Woo!
So we're about to do something a little insane, maybe something that we should rethink before we do it, but here in about 5 minutes we're signing up for a Vol State for 2020, something we've been talking about for like 3 years. There's 4 of us trying to register. We think it's going to sell out in just a few hours, if not less. We think it'll be an onslaught, so we're all sitting by our computers counting down the minutes and then refreshing the page. Are we stupid? Probably. Will we regret this at some point? Definitely. If we complete it, will it be worth it? Maybe. That's to be seen. So come along the journey with us.
This is the facility. Woo! Yeah, something. They have a rendering facility here, and I can't even describe the smell. You can probably smell that food. I don't know what they're rendering. The guys in front of us are like, we're gonna run because this stinks so bad. And finally, we got cloud cover of the sun. A little warm. We're 20 miles. 20.6 miles in right now, and we're tired, but we're feeling okay. I can't express to you how blazing hot it is. Only 30 miles in, coming into Martin now, and I feel like my feet are melting because the road has got to be 115 degrees. Heat index today is 101. And I've already had to tape up my feet. I wasn't expecting that. I had done everything like I've been doing, but I think this road is so hot that it doesn't matter. So here's the bad feet for another 10 times 30, so we've done almost 30 miles. And anyway, just gotta suffer through. We're gonna go get us a sandwich at a deli we were told about. Hopefully it's good. Chill out there for an hour or two. Head to Dresden, to the farmer's market they have set up there apparently. And then we'll rest there for a while decide what we're going to do next. Probably go to Gleason to the fire department and rest there for a while. I don't think we're going to get a hotel tonight. I think if we would have done a little bit better, if it wasn't as hot, which that's ridiculous, but we might have gone on to McKenzie and stayed. But I think that if we try to go to McKenzie, we won't get there until 2 in the morning or 3 best. So that's almost useless because we want to be running that early. So I think we'll just skip a hotel tonight and then try to get one tomorrow night so we can get showers and rest for 4 or 5 hours. But tonight we're just going to go on through. We talked to some veterans who've done that. And they seem to like it that way. So we're going to try it. We're going to make it our race. Do what we think we need to do. Some of us, Jared's running a little bit here and there. Duane's been running. My feet are so hot and messed up. I ran for a little while. It's just too hot. Heart rate's getting up. So I don't really feel like running. Here's something on the road there. You always want to throw your bottles away. Not throw them out. Coming into Martin right now. And then we'll see where we go. Stopped for a little while at Subway, sat there for an hour, cooled off our feet. Feet are burning up. Rested a little bit, ate a sandwich. Couldn't eat a whole foot long. Afraid my stomach just couldn't handle it. Get too full. Calorie burn's gonna be real. Heat's real. We just pushed on through the University of Tennessee at Martin. Right now, Duane and Jared are a little ahead of me. Feet are sore. If I don't get through this, it's because of my feet. I guarantee it. Because they hurt already. We're 30 miles in. So, I don't know. Just gonna keep on keeping on. There we go. Hey, Duane. You like our umbrellas?
Oh yeah, man. These umbrellas are lifesavers.
We had Road Angels give us some blankets. They're not blankets, towels that were cold. They didn't last very long cold. And then we had another Road Angel give us styrofoam cups full of ice that we've been chewing on and drinking on. And Duane went to Dollar General and bought us these umbrellas. So we look like the circus coming down the street. But they're helping with the shade. It's extremely hot. The road is again melting our feet. We lost Jared last night to melted feet. But anyway, we're getting ready to cross mile 100 here shortly. And just 214 more to go. Woo! But we did it in a little over 48 hours, about 50 something hours.
Yeah.
So pretty happy with that. We just gotta keep going. We're gonna push to a hotel for the afternoon and then see if we can't get up and do the night thing again. Get a little more sleep today than we did last week in the hotel, or last night in the hotel. And then get out, and when it's cool, it was really great weather yesterday. So we're hoping that it repeats itself. They're calling for storms. So we're hoping it doesn't storm. We'll stay out of that if we can. Anyway, that's the way the day's going. It's hot.
Hot.
Hot, hot. There's the road. The white line that never ends. And it seems like every road is uphill. I don't know how that happens, but it is. Every road.
It is.
Every road's uphill.
All guns go uphill the whole time.
And then we finish on a mountain. So there you go. There's Vol State. Oh, I lost my hat yesterday. So I went to Dollar General and got a new hat. It's appropriate. It's tilted because I got ice under there. It's not quite big enough for it. So go Vols.
you, Lord. The guy who just died. We ran the last half a mile, and we haven't run since the first day to get here to try to beat this storm so we wouldn't get soaked and all that. And we ran here because they have, it's a grocery store with a deli that has breakfast. It's the only place open on Sunday morning. So, whew. Duane has shower caps on his feet, poncho, a hat, an umbrella, and a sweet tea from the grocery store we just ate at, where we met the guy who owns the place we're going to next, gas station.
Right. Ready to go.
Okay, we're headed into Hole in Walled. It's a 16-mile climb up to the city. Duane's right back there. We're kind of running at our own pace. He's listening to some music and I'm just up here thinking. And we actually picked up the pace a little bit from where we were even this morning. We left out from Linden. Nope, not Linden. We left out from Parsons at a little after midnight. Got 18 miles into Linden, and then a big thunderstorm came in. So we sat at a grocery store, big food, and ate a big breakfast that cost us not big money. It was only $4, and they treated us really well and let us just hang out in their little deli area where they have some seating, and we watched the storm and we were able to put our feet up, and they kept bringing us food, even though we didn't ask for it obviously, but they did. They're like, hey, you want some biscuits and gravy? But the gravy just finished. So we ate some good gravy and passed the time, met one of the local businessmen who owns the service center on the path that a lot of people stop at to go as they go into Hole in Walled. And we said, oh yeah, we're headed to your service center right now. He says, they're probably closed for church. He said, but they may not be because church is closed because of the coronavirus. So it was kind of in passing. So it was 3 miles from town. It was raining when we left, storming just a little bit. And we put on the ponchos and headed that way, and got there and we were like, yeah, we're gonna get some Gatorade and just a snack or two and reset. And then it was locked. So we just hopped on the road to Hole in Walled anyway. We had some waters with us. We're about 9 miles out now. I do have one water bottle left, but it should last me. Sun came out, it's overhead now. It did storm pretty big, and a lot of the racers got caught in the storm. So we were fortunate to be able to, we actually sprinted or ran as much as you can with the feet that we have right now down the hill into Linden, which Linden, you climb up a hill and then you go up and there's a logging company at the top, and then you come back down the hill into the town that's by the river. And then there's Duane. He's feeling it today. Huh? Yeah, I'm videoing.
Hey, I got down the Jeff walk. It's the Jeff Salyer.
Hold on.
Mall Walker, Jeff Salyer Mall Walker. I learned this from Jeff. It works really good, and you go fast. But you gotta watch the booty. Watch the booty. This is the Mall Walker. Jeff Salyer move.
So we're both feeling a lot better than we were yesterday afternoon when we recorded the fact that we were dying of sweltering heat. The rain caused us to have a lot of cooler weather at the beginning of our walk, this section of the walk. And so it was a lot easier to kind of get through it. And then some of the foot problems that we had are fixing themselves, or that as we're treating blisters, they're healing up. And the other pains are kind of going away, or our body's getting used to it. Now, we don't think that that's permanent. We think that we'll have more issues. We're not even halfway yet.
but we're enjoying the high moments. This morning was fairly low actually, because we were hurting coming in and there wasn't a lot of places to stop and rest, and there were a couple angel stations that were, some road angels set up some chairs, and it was really nice, and it was a good chance to take a break. We laid on a driveway for about 15-20 minutes and put our feet up and just laid there, and it was a good moment to just kind of reflect on what we were doing and get our feet reset. And you know, from that moment on, we moved on in kind of quietly. We've got a rhythm going now where we're mainly going at night. We basically are going when the sun goes down, if we can make it happen, to whenever we get to our next stop. And we're kind of running our own race. This probably isn't necessarily the way that the veterans do it, but as rookies, as rookies going together, so we're not even individuals, we're just team. We're trying to figure out the best rhythm as cars go by. The best rhythm for our body, the best rhythm for sleep, and to get the goal miles that we want from place to place. So we're doing this kind of rookie run, hitting a lot of hotels or motels, and a lot of the veterans just skip the motels and sleep on side of the road or community centers that are designated. And I don't know, we just didn't do that this time, because we thought that this was better for us to make sure we actually completed the task. And so we're hoping that it'll yield results, and we'll hit the rock in 4 or 5 days and be there and celebrate and that things. But we're not even halfway yet, so that's just kind of the update for today as we go through. I just wanted to document what all we're taking care of, and Duane's still up there mall walking like me. All right. The road to Hohenwald is crossed and intersected by several creeks. It's the same creek probably, and it goes back and forth on both sides of the road. It's really pretty, and it rained this morning, so they're full. So you get a lot of fast moving water and some waterfalls that probably aren't naturally there or normally there. And it's been cool. It's been great views. One thing about Vol State is you want to pay attention to what's around you and just not necessarily focus in on the pain and try to block it into the pain cave and put your head down and go. I like to, even in pain, look around to see what's going on, because it's beautiful country. Love Tennessee so much. Can't wait to get closer to East Tennessee. 2 reasons: it's closer to home and it's closer to the Rock in Georgia. So but while we're out here, we're enjoying the view of all the different places and the creeks and streams, and all the people have been pretty friendly going down the road. We haven't had any problems with people kind of coming too close to us or give us a hard time. I am wearing a Tennessee hat now, and because of that I get a lot more waves and go balls kinds of things. So Ball State Tennessee hat, it's a good thing. Also tend to wave at everybody as they drive by. I don't know if they're waving out of obligation. It's just something I always did. My dad always does. Waves at people, so I wave at people too. Haven't done a lot of recording in the last probably 2 to 3 days since we climbed the 16 miles up, and we're feeling really good. Can't even remember where we were going, and we got to the top to this gas station, and we kind of crashed because it started getting real hot, and we were in the middle of the day, and we don't like running in the middle, walking and running in the middle of the day. And Duane and I both just crashed at this gas station. It was awful. And then we still had several miles to get into our hotel, and I don't know, it was demotivating at the time, kind of a low point. And I just stopped recording. I took some pictures here and there, and did a few things, and we've had a lot more ups since then. I just haven't recorded much. it's hard to record what you're going on when you're just really focused on walking to the next thing. I will say that making plans in Vol State is difficult too, because things have to change based on your body, based on availability, based on where you are. And if you're trying to get to a hotel, or if you ended up walking in the middle of the day, the hardest part of the day, or a storm pops up, it's going to change everything about timing and whatever. And then we've just decided, Duane and I just decided that we were going to be more concerned about finishing than trying to get an 8-day finish versus a 9-day finish. Now, if we do a 9-day finish, we knew it was going to be fairly early in the day, which was good. We thought maybe our families could come up since we're close to the rock where we live. And but we also thought, you know, it'd be cool to have a Friday finish, and it is a race, so you are competing with other people whom we like. So it's you know, I don't know, I'm competitive at everything in the world, but for me it was more important for this to be completed and to complete it well. So to embrace everything about it, the suck, the good, the people, the aid stations, or the road angels, period. And so we took our time the last couple of days. I think we could have pushed through and finished maybe even late tonight. This is Thursday or early Friday morning, but I don't know that our bodies could handle it. Duane's had some problem with heat this week, and then I started having problems with some of the heat, and so we I don't know, we made a couple of calls that we just decided, okay, let's aim for a Saturday morning finish. I mean, 9 days and however many hours, but that's fine. Now, if we get up here, we're getting ready to climb Monteagle. If we get up here and we're like, okay, maybe we should just push on, since we're over Monteagle and into Jasper, and Jasper's 295 miles and the rock's at 314, and so we could be there in 20 or 19 miles from the bottom of the mountain. You know, we might push on. We might push to Kimball, which is another 5 miles, a little bit more to get a hotel, and potentially not really freshen up, but just lay there for a few minutes, refresh our feet, so before we head to the rock, which is a climb and difficult in itself, from the Blue Bridge. So lots of things to consider when you're on the run. And I'm a type A kind of guy. I'm a planner. I take spreadsheets to Disney World. I brought a spreadsheet to Vol State with all the cities and hotels. I kind of took what John Price did in his book and applied it to what I thought we might do, and not to short John's book. We just didn't want to. I just didn't want to take the book with me, so it was fine. And we did some of it. We used the plan, but we adapted. Like yesterday, we ended up outside a ton of time, longer than we expected. So it was pretty cool. The Blue Bridge, the 10-mile mark, almost done. Still gotta climb Sand Mountain. This is a good view when you're trying to finish this thing up. We had a really rough night last night. I almost got hit by a truck, I mean within inches, as it was passing another vehicle on top of Sand Mountain, or on top of Monteagle Mountain. Ooh, delirious. And so that was a rough night, but here we are on the Blue Bridge, ready to cross it and then climb over another 10 miles or so up the mountain. And it's hot. It's 103 right now, and we're dealing with it with ice and umbrellas, and we're gonna get some more ice at a Dollar General across the street. Woo! Woo-woo! We still have like 10 more miles to go, but this is a great sign.
Get it, baby. Get it, Duane. Good job. Poor guy. His legs are shot. David's gonna have a hard time tomorrow.
Why are you making fun of me?
Oh, I'm not. Would I do that?
Yes, you would.
I would not.